Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our Eibar career mode, coming into an episode where we will be playing Real Madrid and Barcelona back to back. So we'll see how that goes. The last game of the episode is also going to be against Celta Vigo. As of right now, we are in third place in La Liga. I believe only a couple points ahead of Barcelona and only a couple points behind Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid, I believe, still hasn't lost a game to this point. We are the best defensive team in the league, and they are the best offensive team in the league. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how everything plays out in this game against Real Madrid. You'll see the stat when it actually comes up, but I believe they've scored like 24 goals as of this point, and I've conceded 3 to this point. So it was definitely an interesting game that I was ready to come into. Changed up the team just a little bit because we had a little 2 players suspended for this game because of too many yellow cards that happened in the previous episode. So as you guys see here, 22 goals scored, best in La Liga, 3 goals allowed, best in La Liga. So it's definitely an interesting game. Obviously, you guys saw the teams I was playing really weren't top table tier teams. So to come out of these first 10 or so games with only 3 goals conceded really wasn't too surprising. Beautiful cross here to Iheanacho across the face of goal. Just fell straight to his head. A little worried whenever he actually took the header, to be honest, because you guys know I've been trying to get his header up, but his heading just really hasn't been progressing very well, and his volleys are more volatile. So I was really hoping he was actually going to take this on the volley, but he did go ahead and head the ball in. Gave us a 1-0 lead against Real Madrid, and at this point, I'm feeling great. It's not too early in the game, but 25 minutes gone. It's nice to go ahead and hop out in the lead, especially against a team like Real Madrid. That being said, they kind of just started pressuring me at that point with everything they had. They had a pretty strong team playing, obviously, when I'm third in the league, so they can't play me lightly like they did in last season. So I did play almost a full-strength squad. Their midfield was a little lacking, I guess you could say. They didn't have their full strength in the midfield, but they definitely still had good players nonetheless. So coming into the second half, I had one other opportunity coming to the end. Wasn't able to get the ball around their defender. So the one thing, and I think I mentioned this whenever I played them last season, but whenever it comes to Real Madrid, it's hard to run at their defense because they have really pacey defenders. It's not like they're 90 pace or anything like that, but whenever you're off the ball and your player is on the ball, it's hard to get the ball around the defender because the defender is able to run at full speed while you're trying to control the ball. So coming into the second half, we do have a 1-0 lead. They do bring on James Rodriguez. So like I said, their midfield really wasn't as at its strongest whenever it came to the first half. So definitely bringing on James put me in a situation, where I wasn't really too sure how they were going to play. Asenio was more playing into a defensive role. So to bring out James was a little misdirection, I guess. So wasn't really sure how they were going to play. It was just beautiful passing here. I tried to get the ball so hard to try to get the ball away from them, but Cristiano Ronaldo was just kind of just passing the ball back and forth right there to me until I kind of bit on a pass, and he was able to get the ball out to James Rodriguez, and he ended up scoring like 3 minutes after the first or into the second half. So a little disappointing to give that away here in the 73rd minute. I wasn't really able to get the ball away. There was no reason this should have happened at all, but for whatever reason, I just let the ball stay in my half. They were able to get the ball onto Benzema's foot, and he just slotted it away. And then like 6 minutes after that, James runs back up the field and scores another beautiful goal. Both of these were really just me biting too much on one of their passing plays. I wasn't really playing patient enough in my defense. I was getting a little frantic, trying to get the points back because I did not want to lose this game. But at the end of the day, I also didn't want to lose by 2 goals. So a little messed up there. So we do end up conceding 3 goals in this game, bringing our defensive record to 6 conceded right now. It's still the best in the league by 1, I believe. So not bad, but not great because we're really not scoring that many goals. So If we're going to be contending for this top 4, if we do keep conceding, we're definitely going to have to make sure that we're scoring more goals. I mean, a lot of more goals, because when you have a team like Real Madrid who's conceded like 7 goals but scored 25, you know, it puts them in a position where even if I were to able to catch them back on points, they're definitely going to be ahead of me on goal difference. So just for the sake of the squad and the bettering of our, I guess, positioning in the league as we progress through the season, I definitely need to be scoring more goals. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how that goes through. As you guys saw in the 90th minute there, really unlucky not to get that goal back. I mean, obviously we still would have lost the game, but it would have been nice to bring a goal difference back to 1 goal instead of 2. So a little bit of training here. As you guys are going to notice, I kind of cut back on the training sessions that I'm going to be putting in the episodes, just because some of them really aren't that exciting to see in the video. So I'm just going to show you whenever players fully progress another attribute point. So there we had Miyaichi progressing along with Dembele. I believe in the next training session we should have Iheanacho move up as well. So coming into this game against Barcelona, didn't really know what to expect after that Real Madrid game. Barca haven't been scoring as much so far in the league as Real Madrid have, so you know that kind of put me in a better position. I was able to bring back in Ta and Lilo for this game, so you know, back to a full strength squad. Definitely excited to see that. Just kind of playing around with the squad a little bit. I know Isaiah Brown said he wanted to get in the team a little bit more, so definitely wanted to make sure he was on my subs so I could bring him in. You know, I don't know how much I'm actually going to be playing him. I kind of wanted to keep him happy for now, but honestly, he's not a priority for me to get him into the squad because I have Miyaichi and Kappa. I'm also kind of looking for another right mid, somebody to replace Kappa or Isaiah Brown. I do need more of a pacey player on the wing because Miyaichi's been playing well for me, but he can't play 90 minutes of every game in the league, and I just feel more confident in the team whenever I have a more pacey winger. So it's definitely something I'm going to be looking for in both the right wing and left wing positions. King's been playing well for me, but not ideal at the same time. So, it's, like I said, a little bit more pace on that wing would definitely make me feel more confident in the squad. And maybe even a little bit more pace down the middle of the field. Iheanacho's been playing well. He's always going to be in the squad. I have no interest in selling him right now unless I get a ridiculous offer. So, and I'm still kind of looking for another center forward to play up there with him, or to play split games with him, because like the rest of the players, he's really not in a point stamina wise where he's able to continue to play every minute of every game. So definitely gonna have to be looking at some other options here in January if I get any money, but you know, I really don't think I'm gonna have any money to play around with, so this might be the squad that we just go into the rest of the season with, which honestly I'm confident in the squad. Obviously I'm still in the top 4, which is where I want to be. I don't plan on winning the league this year. Obviously you always want to push for it, but I don't really think it's going to happen. So focus is definitely staying in top 4, just making sure I keep these games as close as possible and stay in a good spot in the league. Definitely gonna have to start winning some games though if I am gonna do that to outrun Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. So end of the first half here, nothing really going on. You know, they started the squad without Lionel Messi, which you guys see they did end up bringing in for the second half, but nothing was really going on. We had a few opportunities going back and forth at each other, running down the middle of the field, but other than that, you know, neither one of us really had many confident finishing or confident chances in general. So here in the 70th minute, these were kind of my best opportunities, I guess, to score. But even then, it was just like a lot of clutter in the box. There was a lot going on. I think I actually end up leaving the highlight out, but I do end up getting a red card in this game as well. It feels like I can't outrun red cards at this point. I can't even outrun a yellow card. It just feels like I'm making really dumb decisions when it comes to my tackling and diving in late. So we do end up losing. I believe it was Escalante in this game. So, you know, put us down to 10 men, but we were able to keep the game level throughout. So in the 90th minute, Barcelona gets one more kind of like half chance here, but the game is going to come to a close 0-0. So I'll take the 1 point against Barcelona. It's not ideal, but I mean, as long as I'm not losing and losing all 3 points, we are in a good spot, especially because Barcelona are still in fourth, a couple points behind us. So to keep that level and for both of us to just get 1 point and keep the table the way it is, keeps us in a good spot, especially with Atletico Madrid losing to Real Betis there, if you guys saw that at the end of the game. So a little bit more training here. Like I said, Iheanacho does move up to 76 overall, which was good to see. Ta moving up a little bit there. Ta's progressing really well. He started off the season at, like, I believe a 74 and is now at a 77, so rivaling for that top center back position over Rijtewald, which, I mean, he's been playing well, so I have no reason to really take Ta out and put in Rijtewald. In this game, I had a couple players come to me and say that they wanted to play and get some gameplay time, so I let Ellis play at center attacking mid, one of our younger players in the squad. I believe he's like 17 years old, really low rated, but, you know, coming up against Celta Vigo, I didn't really think I needed that power position in the center attacking mid spot. So when coming into this game, the start of the game was a little odd. Both of us were kind of going back and forth with chances. I felt like I was dominating, but at the same time I wasn't. As you guys see there, 11 matches played, 6 goals against, so we're still doing well defensively, but still not ideal at the same time. So like I said, this game was odd. I think I was attacking too much in this game, but not creating enough chances from it to actually keep a lead. So you guys are going to see in this game, I do have a few opportunities here and there, but my defensive outlook was odd and just kind of uncomfortable for me. I wasn't able to keep the ball. I wasn't able to pull the ball off of the attackers, and they were able to just kind of walk through my defense in the 33rd minute and get a goal with Aspas. So disappointed not to get a goal in this first half as we go into halftime, 1-0. So at this point, you know, I realized, you know, maybe I kind of made a mistake here. I should have played a stronger midfielder. Ellis, I know, asked for a chance to play, but at the same time, I probably shouldn't have given it to him, at least not in this game, especially because we had a cup game coming up where I could have played him in to kind of give him an opportunity to get some gameplay time in a competition that I'm less worried about, I guess. So, like I said, coming into the second half, we are down 1-0. So I do go ahead and bring in Ryan Gauld and Miyaichi. I started the game with Isaiah Brown, but he just wasn't really working for me. Like I said, it needed a little bit more pace to create a little bit more creativity on that right wing side. Even if he kept the lack of pace he had, he would be a better player if his dribbling was stronger, like Kappa's, where he can keep the ball close to him. As you guys are going to see, Inui doing really good things for me on the left. You know, he's not the paciest guy on the team, but he can dribble well. His agility is very strong, and it allows me to create chances on that left mid side. So that's why I don't mind him being a little bit weaker. You guys are going to see here, I get yet again another red card with Ta. So as I was saying, you know, he's been playing well for me, but he hasn't really given me a reason to take him out of the first team. I don't think that tackle was worth a red card, though, in all honesty. Coming to the close of the game, just kind of a weak tackle, a little bit of a lazy tackle. Nolito, luckily we can keep that ball off the line, and they're not able to score again on us. But I don't really think that was worthy of a red card. It was a late tackle, but I don't think it was that bad of a tackle. So a little disappointed to get the red card there, but we move on. It is what it is. So coming out of this game with a 1-0 defeat, a little disappointed because out of this episode we're going to come out with 1 point in 3 games. Not ideal. So we're going to kind of have to hope that Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are also slipping up so that we don't end up losing too much ground in the top 4. So as of right now, we're not playing great. We're hoping for better results, but nothing's really coming for us right now. This is definitely a game we should have won. Even though we had less possession, we were able to keep a good amount of pressure on them with 4 chances, 3 on target. I think we definitely should have won that game. So a little disappointed to drop points there. But as you guys see, I kind of changed up my training a little bit. I want to get some of my youth players into training and get them up as much as I can before the end of the season. So that is where this episode is going to come to a close. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.